Welcome to the AFC Championship in Madden 24. Let's go. 17-0 Louisville versus 12-5. 14-5 Las Vegas. We are 18-0 actually. And it's time to show them again, I might add. We played this team in week 18. Beat them 34-13 without our starters. It's time to see what we can do with our starters. I'll see you guys at halftime of today's AFC title game between the Bulls and the Raiders.
It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl travels through Louisville. It's the Raiders and the Bulls. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and the world-renowned city of Louisville, Kentucky. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Bulls of Louisville. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And rightly so. He's been the big story leading up to this AFC Championship game because, as we all know, no rookie's ever won a Super Bowl as a starting quarterback. Heck, no rookie's ever started a Super Bowl. So he's trying to rewrite the history books here, and if he wins this one, he'll get his own book.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
That's taken on the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they've played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, they'll grab a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. Going to short yardage, trying to pick up first downs. That big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
He'll buy some time right. Shakes off the sack, and he works free. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from the 20. And the Bulls are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. It's taken to the 26. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Gus Edwards, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bulls lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Louisville offense back out now. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now Jackson on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this one to Cooper complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. And they can't bring him down. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Edwards. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Once more, Edwards. And this time he finally breaks through. It's a touchdown.
Sometimes offense, you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And now here come the Raiders. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Patrick Queen drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Here's Jackson to throw. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. Gets past one man. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A solid jump there, 15 yards. Jackson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 28 yards. And the Bulls continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a second straight Player of the Week award.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And they'll begin by running the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Jackson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
12 yards there as they move the chains. Again, Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bulls will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
That's the end of the first half here, and a 35-7 score. As we know, and no lead is safe, but
let's get back to it.
Yikes. I think if we get either the Lions or the Panthers, we're going to just absolutely run over them. I mean, we've run over this team. Jackson's 11-12, 152 and a touchdown. Gus Edwards 8 for 25 and 2 scores. Jackson 7 for 74 and a score, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire 4 for 72 and a score. The receiving touchdown came from Amari Cooper on that last touchdown before the half. But it's an AFC title game. Who knows? Let's get you back for the second half of today's AFC title game. And there's your quarterback comparison.
Now, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bulls come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Back to throw now on first down. And a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. That's good for 28 yards. Well, up big with still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
81 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl. Second down and a little more than a yard here. A give for Edwards running right, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews from 3 yards out. And the Bulls' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they have been dominant in this one. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raiders now set to get the football back. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time? And maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go play action here on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Again, it'll be Edwards. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run here on 3rd and goal, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bulls get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. The Louisville offense back out now. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this?
And this will be caught at the 30. And touchdown! Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bulls are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raiders offense ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bulls are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Roquan Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Able to find the open man. That's complete. It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, You may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. Once again, it's Jacobs. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The kick by Carlson is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Former first-rounder Clyde Edwards-Helaire ready to go here. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer, because they need to come up with something. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 12 more yards there and another first down. Hands it off out of the gun. A nice little juke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that.
That does it for today's AFC Championship game. We are AFC champs by way of absolutely destruction. By way of absolute destruction. Lamar Jackson, 12 of 13, 228, 2 scores. J.J. McCarthy, 4 for 5, 115, and 2 scores of his own. Rushing, Corum, 14 for 97 and 2 touchdowns. Edwards, 13 for 45 and 2 touchdowns. Jackson had a touchdown, and so did Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Amari Cooper, 5 for 138 and 2 scores. Edwards-Helaire, 4 for 85 and a touchdown. And Mark Andrews, 3 for 54 and a touchdown. That does it for me. Thanks for watching, everybody. Again, we are AFC champions. And we'll be playing in the Super Bowl next episode. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the Super Bowl.